someone here.
Did you get a probe made? Good. Static discharge from the sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on Arrakis. But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region. Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe. Just don't let the Sardaukar spot you.
approaching.
Very good. I'm going to the Griffins' Reach trade post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful crossing the sands. Move from rocky ground to rocky ground. Learn how far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Someone's here.
Someone's here.
I got you. I need help.
Someone's here.
The water is mine.
We've got incoming.
Found you! They're coming!
Alas, Offworlder, it seems my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my head. And while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added attention is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you. But be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
Please don't disturb me. I'm doing important field research. Yes, I suppose I am. I thought I might be able to avoid envoy duty out here in the Badlands, but somebody always wants something. What do you want? Doesn't matter. I'm the duly appointed representative of House Argosaz. Let's forgo the pleasantries and discuss business, if there is any. Is that what this is, then? A negotiation? How optimistic of you. Wait. You're right. I'm being difficult. I apologize. It's just that I'm faced with so much deceit and insincerity in this blasted world. I descend into brooding without knowing it. Please, let's start again. I am Havadisa Argosaz. My father, Santiago, is the Lord High Architect of the Imperium. House Argosaz holds the primary CHOAM contract to design the many industrial and residential structure templates found across the Imperium. Do you have business with House Argosaz? As it happens, my diplomatic billet was supposed to be in Arakeen, but one can hardly observe frontier conditions from behind great walls. Don't fool yourself. The city has as many, if not more, jackals than anywhere in the Badlands. But I'm here for a purpose. I'm in the planning stages for a new homestead design that can withstand the rigors of the deep desert. Of course, a sojourn into the waste is preferable, but my father is conservative and would never authorize such an expedition, nor would he authorize my presence here, for that matter. But if I cannot experience the deep desert firsthand, I must speak with those who have. For many millennia, House Argosaz was actually a house minor in the orbit of the great House Quays. At the time, the lords of House Quays were renowned for the dramatic design philosophy, which was centered on gilded and ornate flourishes. I believe the old Terran name for it was Rococo. Most have not. House Quays was closely aligned with House Tantor, the renegade house responsible for the Seleucian Holocaust. Fortunately, the young Emperor Hasek Carino III survived and moved the imperial throne to Kaitane. Before it was a barren and inhospitable hellhole, Seleucus Secundus was a beautiful green world and the crown jewel of the Imperium. On the wrong side of a feud with the Imperial House Carino, House Tantor was declared renegade and lost the seat in the Landsraad. In reply, Tantor unloaded their arsenal of House Atomics on Seleucia, devastating it utterly. Now, the planet is only fit for monsters and Sardaukar. They were purged alongside all other houses with allegiance to Tantor. And with their elimination went the Imperium's taste for golden filigree. Indeed. That is when my ancestor, Gundisalvo Argosaz, came forward with a practical minimalist design style that rejected the drama of old. The young emperor embraced his vision for clean, uncomplicated lines and angular geometric shapes wrought in unvarnished materials. Gaze out across the Arrakis Badlands.
I just noticed that my mic was off. So yeah, Seleucus Secundus is the planet for the Sardaukar where they are trained. It's basically forbidden to go there by anyone else.
Look at the way you stand. No discipline, no confidence. I've killed 1,000 like you on the battlefield. My little old world honor and chivalry. I respect that. We might not make the difference of you surviving a war-torn battlefield, but I respect that. But don't despair. Salvation is at hand. I can show you how to fight. can teach you how to kill, and it will only cost you a little pain. Then listen closely. During the Battle of Arakeen, I was drugged and kept out of it by a group of conspirators. For the sake of my honor, I've spent the last 8 years tracking down and destroying them, one by one. Who knows how the Battle of Arakeen would have turned out if I hadn't been kept away. And now, I have reason to believe the conspirators are nearby. Track them down, kill them. My thirst for vengeance has been slaked by 1,000 flasks of cheap beer. But it is still my price for training.
Definitely want to do that, because I think the trooper is the one that has where you can basically pull yourself, and which makes traveling much easier, especially up and down. Definitely this.
Do this for me, and I'll set your feet on the path of the trooper.
Cool.
Hey, stop. I know the face of every sand-sucking bandit, scavenger, and merc from here to Harko, and I don't recognize you. So perhaps you'll give us the courtesy of who you are? And while you're at it, why our airspace is crawling with Sadukar. Not a talker, eh? Well, the rules at Griffin's Reach are simple. You pay up front and don't cause trouble, or we'll toss you into the storms. Good? Name's Mir. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting. And there's the contract board in the corner, if you need work. No, he is quite mute. I don't know the how or why of it. The bastard can be quite reticent when he chooses to be. He arrived one night with a patrol of Harkonnen house troopers. I offered them a place to sleep, but when I woke, they were gone. But for Ihor, ridiculous. The troop sergeant must have recognized the value of my establishment. As such, he left Ihor behind to protect their interests here. The Padishah Emperor, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed us with a cohort of his most efficient and ruthless Imperial Sadukar. They use Chom mercs for the hunting mostly. I suspect the real Sadukar are looking for Fremen, and that bastard Zantara. Have you been living under a rock? Zantara is a terrorist scum of the highest order. The Emperor has placed 1,000,000 Solari bounty on his head.
Million?
I don't think so. But if he did, the Sadakar would garrote him. In the meantime, the Kirab suffice as target practice. Scavengers is too good a name for them. Everyone does what they can to scrape by. Scavies do it by mindlessly killing everyone and each other. They are no more. Exterminated by the Sadakar, and rightfully so. Only the terrorist Zantara persists. But I'm confident, not for much longer.
Yeah, I don't believe it. The Fremen wouldn't be able to be just exterminated so easily, especially not by the Sadakar. I mean, yeah, I use old school weapons where they kind of like bomb the Fremen out instead of engaging them melee, because they know they would lose, but still.
This region was once crawling with their filthy kind, but not anymore. If one walked through the door right now, I would shoot him in the face. Have you been living under a rock?
Yeah.
What's on your... I used to live on Rosek. For a long time, I thought it was the biggest shithole in the universe. So, I bartered my way off the planet. Problem was, I was so desperate to leave Rosek, I thought anywhere would be better. Turns out I was wrong. What's on your... Unless someone shows up with a... there's one of those old desert testing stations out east of here. Been unsealed for a while. Probably picked clean by now. There was a fellow, bought supplies a while back. An ecologist. He was here to audit the station. Said he was camped above it. He'd no more. Settlement? Ha! People don't live out here. They cling. Bandits Sure. Smiley Tig still runs his place northeast of here. Across the gap. You'll figure it out if you meet. The Griffin is the Harkonnen house symbol. And while we have no official affiliation, I like to think they are aware of Griffin's reach.
What about them? The Duke is a weak fool, and his house will fall. The Baron is 5 moves ahead of the Atreides.
What's on your mind?
Fuck the icon. A unique water container created. So purple is unique. Created by the frame for those going on a journey of seeking. Stores more water than ordinary liter jones. Spice infused copper dust. How much money do I have? 1800. Welding wire. Cup of water. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy that. Boom. Sell. I could, if I had these other bloody things, I could sell them. The clothes, but it's probably not worth a lot. What do you do?
You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need to be. I can fly you there. For a price. I like to fly. Fast. Music to my ears. Where do you...